Welcome to Where There's a Wills.
There's a play.
My name's Ian, your mid-complexity casual gamer.
I'm Stacey. I am your non-gamer gamer.
And we are here tonight with our 5 and dime for our month of August month in review.
The best month of the year.
And why would it be the best month of the year?
It's my birthday month.
It was a birthday month. It was
so I got to pick what games we played.
It was her showcase ball. So, unfortunately, the month kind of got away from us. It starts getting pretty busy. I started my school year early in the month, and then we had kids, and then volleyball season started, so I wasn't getting home till like 7 o'clock at night. So night gaming, once I got home and ate and everything, was kind of non-existent. We had some other things that were kind of.
I wasn't feeling well.
Had a couple weekends where both of us were kind of under the weather. A couple different weekends. So as fun and as exciting as the month was gonna be, and we were so hyped for her wall and the games that were on her wall. We barely just full disclosure, we barely hit 5 and 10 games. In fact, I only played 11 games on the tabletop. I played 12, I think, on BGA though. And what did you have on the tabletop?
7.
So
I had farmers market, and that's usually a game time. So we had farmers market as well.
We had 2 farmers markets on Friday nights, so that was a couple nights when it was out. So just a lot of things kind of got in the way. Even like our weekends when we thought we were going to get a lot of these games played, we just didn't quite get things played. So full disclosure is basically ranking the games we played. We had some great games this month though. Like a lot of fun games.
A lot of my favorite games.
A lot of her favorite games. That's why it was her wall. It was her favorite games. I could see some of these being on her wall next year, because they're just some of her favorite games. So let's get down to it. First, we'll give you the two that did not, or the ones that did not make our individual lists, just for full disclosure. And the reasons why. The one that did not make my list was Kites, and the reason it did not make my top 10, even though I absolutely love this game, we had so fun. We love this game, is because when we played it, we were both really tired, and real time and having to communicate when you're both really tired and exhausted, not a good combination. And it was our 2 worst games of that we have ever played, even compared to the first time we played it. So that one did not make my top 10. Still a fun game, but just did not make my top 10. And what about which ones did not make your top 5?
Smitten, which I actually really enjoyed this game. We played it once or twice. We played it at the farmer's market when it was really slow. So it was a good time to learn a new game.
I played it and showed her how to play it, and then we played it together. It was the first time I'd ever played it 2-person.
Yeah. So Smitten was my number 7. It was fun though. I think I'll play it again.
And what else just missed your?
Oh, and I'm ashamed to say this, but Shelfie Stacker was my number 6, so it barely missed my top 5. But I really do like this game as well. So it's really hard to judge all of your favorite games. Not all my favorite games, but a lot of my favorite games when they're all done in the same month. So it's really hard to pick which ones you're gonna do.
So those are the ones that did not quite make our list. Those are honorable mentions. But for full disclosure, so you can probably figure out some of the stuff that's going to be on the other person's list based on that, because we did not get very many games at the table. So as usual with these, I'm going to quickly go through my 10 through 6 so we can get into our top 5. So my number 10 favorite game from the month was actually Smitten. Really like this one. Said we played at the farmer's market one night. I kind of go down and just kind of help her out, just kind of hang out for the night with her. So I was playing it on the blanket, and then I taught her how to play, and we played once together. Really fun, really quick game. You're placing cards in a grid, and you can't place the same number in a grid, and there's rules based on which card you play first. So really fun game. Smitten was my number 10. My number 9 was Shelfie Stacker. So in Shelfie Stacker, you are rolling dice, and you're basically filling your collax. Each dice has different numbers. You have to have your lower numbers on the bottom, and then bigger numbers as you go up. And then you have 8 different characters out of 16 that you choose to give you some extra abilities. Really fun game. We somehow, with this game being so quick and everything, we actually only got this at the table, I think, one time. Which I figured we were going to play it like 4 or 5 times. I said the month just got away from us. So Shelby Stacker, really like this game. I see this one once volleyball season is over and I'm getting home at a normal time. This one being a nighttime game for us. Like we can get this one out quick, set it up real quick, and play it at night. So this one I think is gonna probably get in a nighttime rotation once volleyball season is over. Number 8, and this one, I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is one of my top rolling rights. It is my top flipping right of all time. I forgot I had even played this month. I even had to double check. And that's kind of one reason that it fell. And that's because I played it on the first of the month because I thought I was going to get back into my playthroughs for this and just didn't have time for it and other stuff came up. And that is Cartographers. And I've talked about Cartographers quite a bit. I've done several playthroughs of them, and I will do more. um, so the reason it's so low is because I only played it once and it was on the first of the month. And like I said, I'd forgotten I even had played it this month because the month just flew by so fast once school year and volleyball season starts up that I was like, I played Cartographers this month, and then I double checked. And I actually played with the Heroes because that is going to be my next series of playthroughs. I'm hoping to get those up or filmed here in the next couple weeks on the weekends and start getting those up. So I will be starting to do playthroughs of Heroes with the fourth, fifth, and sixth map package soon. But for the month, because I only played it once and it was early in the month, it just kind of fell down the list for me. My number 6 is appeared on my top 10 tile laying games recently on my 5 and dime tile laying, and that is Quirkle. I really enjoy this game. It's I think it's a lighter tile laying game. One of our lighter tile laying games. You're matching shapes or you're matching colors. You're trying to get all 6 colors of one shape, or you're trying to get all 6 shapes of one color so you can score more points if at all possible. But really, you're just matching colors, matching shapes. Sorry, my throat is really sore. Volleyball season. I'm talking a lot in a gym that echoes.
Talks a lot anyway, but
Yeah, I do. But when I'm coaching, it's a very echoey gym, so I gotta talk louder. So Quirkle, my number 7. Um, my number 6, actually, kind of surprising to me that it fell this low. Um, I'm gonna make a quick change here, actually. Um, so I'm gonna make a quick change here. Calling an audible last second. And that's gonna be Creature Comforts. This is one of my favorite like lighter games to play. Once again, we only got it to the table once, so even though I really enjoy this game, I'm actually changing this one to number 6 for the month. So Creature Comforts, you're placing your dice. I love the way this works. You roll 2 of your family dice, then you place your workers, then you roll the village dice, and you have to place out, and then you have to figure out which workers you can actually use. So I really like that whole dynamic. But like I said, we only got it to the table once, so I don't think I can put it much higher than that. And didn't play it solo. I was hoping we were gonna get it more. Maybe we'll just pull it to the table this month just to get a couple more times played. But that is Creature Comforts at my number 6. All right, so that was my 10 through 6. And moving on to number 5. Take it away with your number 5.
my number 5 was Long Shot the Dice Game. I really enjoy this game. I always root for number 7, which is orange.
Her favorite color.
Yep. So number 7. Number 7. I enjoy. What do I enjoy? My mind just went completely blank on this.
Tired.
We're extremely tired. It's been a very long week, and it's only Tuesday. But
And it was the
anyway,
first day of the work week.
yeah, after a holiday. But I enjoy rolling the dice, seeing who gets to move where, what horses you can buy with, earning your money, seeing what horses you can buy. I do believe I won.
I
have
think
to
you
point
actually
that
like
out.
destroyed me on. I think she won both times we played, but the first time she absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah, because number 7 won, and I had the second place horse as well.
First
So I
and
had
second.
the first and the second. So anyway, you get to purchase a horse. You get to use their power to make it around the track. Roll your dice, see if you can get the horse and whatever other horses you purchase to see if they go around. And once they cross the betting line, there's no more bets that you can place, and so you have to try and get the other ones who haven't crossed the line yet to advance to get them to cross the line so you can win your bets. So long shot, the dice game was my number 5.
Coincidentally, this was also my number 5. All the same reasons. Really like the dice rolling on it. It's a rolling right. I love rolling rights. The betting, choosing when you want to buy a horse, which horses you want to buy. Do you want to buy early and try and make that horse move on other horses? Deciding when you want to get your concessions to get other things, when you want to make bets on horses, when you want to buy their helmets, which the helmets allow you to, so you can buy helmets and jerseys. One of them allows you to bet after it passes the bet line, and one of them, so the helmet allows you, I think, to bet after, and then the jersey allows you to write, cross off another number on that horse, so more horses get moving. So you can, if you buy a jersey, you can start crossing off your horses that you've bought on other ones so that your horse starts moving more. Um, First game of this we played this month, she absolutely destroyed me. The second game, I think she also won. Maybe that was the first one.
Like $5 or something.
But maybe it was the second one she destroyed me. One of them she like destroyed me. The second game we had was one of the craziest games of this we've ever played. And when we played it, we basically had 4 horses that moved. That was it. Every time we rolled a dice, the secondary horses that moved were always the same horses. There was 1 or 2 others that we rolled the dice once and maybe they moved a couple spaces, but most of them moved no more than 3 spaces except for 3 horses. And it was like those horses coming down to the wire, and those were the only 4 horses that were even at the end, and really all 4 of them would have finished, but one of them was a bigger number, so it didn't follow the other ones, and so 2 of them finished before that. So it was just a crazy game because we couldn't do anything. Like, we couldn't buy any concessions because we kept on rolling the same number, so you couldn't concession anything. You only have 2 of each number. When you're not rolling the other numbers, you can't do the concessions without a wild. And we couldn't buy much. It was the quickest game of this we've ever played. But it was a lot of fun too because we're like, oh my god, this is just taking forever.
And
so that
it's
was
the same 3 horses again.
and now these 3 horses. It was 4 horses. That was it. 4 horses were across the bet line. 4 horses moved more than like 3 or 4 spots. And those 4 horses, 3 of them finished, and one of them was 1 spot from finishing, and could have moved, but it was the last horse and couldn't actually move on the horse that finished. So that is long shot the dice game. Both of our number 5s for the month.
And my number 4 was one that Ian already talked about, but I had so much gosh darn fun playing it because we were just tired, blubbering idiots while we were trying to play it, and that's kites. And red is the shortest amount of time, and it kept running out on us. It was going, and we're like, "Oh crap! Red's done. I don't know how long it's been done, but it's still done."
We could not pay attention at all. Our attention span was just.
It was very limited.
It was.
Even though
it was sadly funny.
Yes, even though we just played it a couple times, had a lot of fun playing it. So if you want to have a lot of fun and just sound like a blubbering idiot and knocking the little timers all over the place, kites. It's funner. The tireder you are, the more funner it is. So kites was my number 4.
So the reasons I didn't put it in my top 10 were the reasons she did. Yeah, it was just weird. Like we've played that probably 10 times total, if not more, and we've never been that incoherent as to what we were supposed to be doing. I think we ended up with over 20 cards left every single or both times. It was just like, okay, maybe we shouldn't play this again tonight. We're done with this. We'll come back to it, and never did. All right, moving on to my number 4. My number 4 was a new to me game. I'm trying to clear off my new games. This is one that was a big game last year, and I can see why. I love my tile laying games. I love my polyomino games. This game was World Wonders. World Wonders is a polyomino tile laying game like nothing I have. When you only have $7 to spend each round, it's 10 rounds. Different polyominoes cost different money, and then you can buy wonders. There's a couple caveats though. The tiles can only be placed next to roads or monuments. No, roads or similar colored tiles. The roads can only be placed next to roads or monuments, I believe it is. And then your wonders, which you buy, and when you buy a wonder, you have to spend all the money you have left that round. So if you got $6 left and you really want to get that wonder, you have to buy it. And I only played this solo, so that meant the AI was also done. But if you're playing this multiplayer, people can still keep playing. So you have to really kind of time out when you want to buy that wonder. When you buy the wonders, though, you have to have certain things. They need to be next to certain colors, rivers, um, roads. There are certain requirements that they need to be next to in order for you to buy them, which makes it tough, especially in the solo, and I suppose in multiplayer as well, because there were several times where I'm like, okay, I'm building up to this, and then as soon as I was ready to do it, the AI took it on the next turn, and I'm like, okay, well, those last 3 turns were absolutely worthless now, so now I got to see what I can do. But like I said, it's a really fun polyomino game. I love my tile laying, my polyominoes, and the wonders in this one, and that whole part of I have to buy the tiles, but then I have to make sure if I want a wonder, I have to save some money back. You also have to pay for the roads. So when you're buying roads, when you're buying tiles, which tiles you're buying, um, just a fun little game. And then there's 3 tracks on the thing that are different resources. You only score your lowest one. So as you're buying your tiles, you have to pay attention to that too, because you could have 12 on 2 of them. If you've only got 6 on another one, you're only getting 6 points on that track. So that is World Wonders. To hit already with me. Maybe I'll try and teach Stacy. I think she might enjoy it. I don't think it's too. I think it's right at her level. I think she'd enjoy it. We'll see. It's a lot of fun though. So that was World Wonders at my number 4.
And are you gonna do number three, or you want me to do number three?
You're up next.
Okay. So at number three, we just played this one. Did we play this one yesterday? I think we did. Played this one yesterday.
Over the weekend. We played
Over
it.
the
We played it
weekend.
at the very end of the
Couple
month.
times.
We played it at
Anyway,
the very end of the month.
So my number three for the month on my wall was Bark Avenue. If you've never played Bark Avenue before, you because there's just the two of us playing, we can either play the east side or the west side. We played one of each just to make it fair. And you're dog walker and you're going around the streets of New York City walking dogs. They have to be compatible with each other in order to walk them. You can walk compatible dogs with compatible dogs, but you can't walk, if the dog's only a large dog and he hates little barker, little tiny baby dogs, then you can't walk them together. You can't have them at your board at the same time. But you have to go pick up your dogs. You have to go let them relieve themselves. You have these little rubber poops that are kind of fun to play with. And then you get money at the end of the round.
The squishy poops are
yeah, the squishy poops are kind of fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you get money for delivering the dog back to the house if he got to play his favorite game. He got to poop, and what's the third one?
You take a picture of them.
And you take a picture of him having fun. Then you earn a tip on top of that. So whoever has the most money at the end of the game is the official winner of the dog walker game. So I love New York City, so this was really fun to go back, and there's some different streets that are monumental on here as well. So I really like this game. And it's got dogs. If y'all watch some of my older videos, you know that if it has a pet dog animal, it's pretty much going to be a hit for me. Yeah. So Bark Avenue, number 3.
I will take that because Bark Avenue is also my number 3 of the game of the month. Like Stacy said, everything she said, really fun little game. When you're playing 2 players, you're playing the east side or the west side. You're walking your dogs. There's 3 different size dogs: small, medium, and large. Some of them can be with any dog. Some of them can only be with their same size dogs. Some of them can't be with certain dogs. There's also dogs that can go in groups, or they can only be walked solo unless you get bones, and then you can coax them. You can kind of now you can walk with a group, which I'm not sure that's going to really work, but you can. But the people who made it, Terradice Dames, she's a dog walker, so maybe you can coax dogs into doing a little bit more for a treat. I know we can do quite a bit over here. Um, yeah, so you're tracking your dogs. You get dogs. You can move a certain speed depending on your dogs. You can only move based on
Size of dog.
your size. Well, not necessarily size, but the slowest dog. So if you got one that can move 5 and one that can move 3 spaces, you can only move 3 spaces. You track it. They go either 3, 4, or 5 rounds. Once you get to the total number of rounds, you flip it over, and then you have to get it home before you get down. There's one of 3 activities they like. They like playing fetch. They like I think it's probably going to the bathroom on the fire hydrant, and they. What's the third one?
Water.
Is it water?
Yeah, there's a water drop. There's a fire
Oh,
hydrant, a water drop.
okay, yep. So tennis ball,
Tennis
ball, fire hydrant, and water drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Must be playing in a splash pond or something.
So a lot of fun. You have a certain number of rounds. There's dogs that you can pick up in different neighborhoods. Then you have rewards or oh, what do they call it? See, it's late. Um, oh, reviews. You get reviews based on different things, like if you walked a foster dog, or if you return 3 dogs to the same neighborhood, or you walk 3 of the same size dog, or you return a dog while walking 3 dogs. You can get these reviews, and those help you get some bonuses and some different powers throughout the game. You get tips when you return them, like Stacey said. You can get coffee, which helps you get some extra moves, extra actions. You get 1 action each turn. Just a really fun game. So, Bark Avenue, both of our number 3s for the month.
And continuing on to my number 2, I've talked about this game, I think, every month since I've been helping Ian with his channel. So I'm not going to go
every month we played it.
I'm not going to go into great detail about this one. Quirkle. If you haven't heard me talk about it, go back and listen to another video. That's all I have to say about that.
I already did this one.
You already did Quirkle?
I already did Quirkle.
Oh, yeah. Whatever he said goes for me double.
All right, nice and quick and easy. All right, my number 2. It's one that you've heard me talk about quite often. Pretty much every month I get it. It's hitting this one again really high. That's because of Rolling Realms Redux. So we got 12 brand new realms based on non-Stonemaier games in a core box this month. There's a new solo mode in this I have not dove into yet. Nice little tuck box in it for travel, which I actually have in my desk at school now. There was also 3 promo realms with this. So just getting a bunch of new realms to play that I've never played was awesome. I've now filmed all of the tutorials for all of Redux and all 3 promo realms that came out at the same time as Redux. They will 3 posted on Tuesday, 3 will be next Tuesday, and 3 will be the following Tuesday, and some of them were already up. So those are all up. And as soon as I get the 3 that are getting launched earlier this week, those will go up as well. So, like I said, played this a couple times. It was all new realms, so it was really fun exploring some new realms and seeing how they work, and then going and doing tutorials for them and really seeing how they work. So, Rolling Realms Redux, you've heard me talk about Rolling Realms quite a bit. Not going to go any deeper in it, but it made it really high because of the new core box. And on to our number 1.
I know this is pretty exciting. Y'all sit on the edge of your seat for this one. My number 1 has already been talked about. And Ian, even though we only played it once, I don't think that should determine at all.
No.
One time is still fun time. Creature comforts. Everything that Ian said about it, same with me. I like the variability of the game. The different visitors that come to the
inn.
To the yes, to the little inn that come to visit, give you different powers. You get to get what are those little powers on the side that go up the side?
The improvements. You're improving your cottage
yes.
for the winter, basically.
I usually wait until the end to get those because I forget about them, but they do come in very handy when you do need them if you get them early on in the game. But Creature Comforts is usually one of those comfort games for me, just as in the game says. It's not the easiest setup, I don't think.
it does make it easier because we do have the deluxe version, so there's nice the nice insert and stuff does make it a lot easier. I do have the non-deluxe version at school. Um, this is way easier to set up. So the setup isn't too bad.
It's not terrible.
There's a lot of things to get out, but
yeah, it
the
just takes
the
up a
ins-
lot of space on your table. So if you don't have a lot of space to just leave it sitting out, to play another game later on. But other than that, I love Creature Comforts. It's like I said, one of those comfort games where if I don't really feel like playing a super lengthy, hard thinky game, this is kind of one of my go-to games. So
Yep.
that's my number one for my.
Yeah. It's not a big table hog, but it does take up a bit of space because you do have stuff around the board and stuff. Yeah, and I think that was probably your first worker placement resource management type game that you played. Where you're
Tell you.
where you're placing the workers and you're getting your resources. So yeah, like you said, love Creature Comforts. I just couldn't put it above stuff that I played more than one time, even though I really enjoy playing it because I do enjoy all these games. Like these are all really fun games, and so I kind of moved Creature Comforts down at the last second. That brings me to my number one, and this was another new to me game. This was
Not on my watch.
not on her wall. This is a solo game. This, I believe, was my number one. I think I did a video for my top 10 most anticipated um, end of the year games. This was number one on that list. I am like 98%, 99% sure. And that is Forges of Ravenshire. And this game did not disappoint. This one sat on my desk for over a week. This game, I just love everything about this game. The mechanics of it where you have three dice, but those three dice do a lot of things. You place one dice on the mat and you get the rewards for that. Then you take a different dice off and you get the rewards for that. Then you place that dice on your personal mat and you get to run your engine that you've been building in whatever color column it is. I can't remember what the different things are called off the top of my head. and then and that's all in like the gathering round, I think it is. Then you have to upgrade your workshop. So you have this round, then you have this part of the round where you are working in your workshop. So then you take the three dice that you've taken off and you've used already, and you put them in your workshop to help you gain the resources in order to forge your shields and your armor and your weapons. And then you start over. And it's 4 seasons, and that's it. But it is such a smooth gameplay, and the AI is really smooth to run. Not easy to beat, but it is very smooth and easy to run. Um, I love the dice placement in this one. This is going to be a keeper for me. This game is just, I love everything about this game. Um, not a bad thing to say about it. So that is Forges of Ravenshire. Definitely a keeper for me. My number one game of the month. That one is going to be on my top games of 2024.
That's a solo
Easily.
game only?
No, it is not. It is not a solo game only. I've just only played it solo.
Okay.
So we can try it at some point.
Oh, no, that's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
No, it is not a solo only game.
No. I like Forges of Fire, or whatever the name of it.
Forge and Fire. Forge and Fire.
But I don't know.
You can watch me play it and see.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And then, well, and not the whole game, but you can
Oh.
watch to see like what you do to see if you can see if you want. But anyway, that was our month of August for Stacy's birthday month.
I turned 21 again.
How many times have you turned 21?
20.
Exactly. Yep,
Sometimes.
she's turned 21 several times.
30 times. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not
somewhere
a
around
teacher.
somewhere around there. All right. If you like this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you want to see or comment on any of the games that you saw, what do you think about the games on the list? If you like this video and want to see more things we post, please hit that subscribe button up above. And if you want to see the rest of our 5 and dimes, you can follow that link up above and you can see our latest video. Once again, this is Where There's Wills.
There's a play.
My name's Ian.
I'm Stacy.
And we'll see you next time
At the table.